Portent Kast. My name is Lila, your dungeon master and host for the first campaign, Call of the Dawn. You're tuning into the 18th episode of our first campaign. We are an all-female and non-binary Dungeons and Dragons actual play show, and let's get a quick introduction. Carolee.
Hi, I'm Carolee and I play 47.
Next up is Cheyenne,
Hi, I'm Cheyenne. I play Mealy.
and following Cheyenne is Star,
Hi, I'm Star, and I play Rhea.
and sitting next to Star is Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay and I play Annie.
And I will be filling in the role for Kristen today as they are out on some personal business as Fern. So let's get into this episode of the Portent Kast. The Moonbear Minimums escaped the Lucian Lock with a deal and a broken pact. They made their way into the capital city in hopes of finding a bit of peace and a place to resurrect their friends. They spent the next 2 days stealing weapons, getting haircuts and tattoos, meeting Rhea's mom, and learning a bit more of what occurred during your time in the Witch's Domain. There was an attack on the capital city and the Aendel garrison, and you also learned that a mage named Runus wasn't part of a mage tower that had previously burned down in Diacre. But the time came when Arnmir arrived in the city, and it was time to resurrect Tripp and Mealy's sister Emiria. You guys sat around each body in a small room in the Temple of Alara in the city. Emiria was successfully resurrected, and while you awaited Arnmir, started the ritual, and it didn't seem to work for Tripp. He explained that resurrection magic wasn't absolute, and sometimes souls didn't wish to return to their bodies. But you were able to ask his spirit a few questions, and you now sit in this room, surrounded by the cold and lifeless body of your fallen friend. The room is silent, but you feel this unnerving sorrow that fills the empty space. What do you guys do?
Cry.
Yeah.
Sob.
Probably just sit together in silence.
You guys sit in silence. You're not sure exactly how long, but it isn't long before Fern stands up and you each kind of turn your head to him, and he rips off his card necklace and throws it on the ground and walks out of the room.
Burn.
Perhaps we leave him be. At least for a moment.
I'm gonna pick up the card necklace and pocket it.
Okay. Right? You pick that up. The chain is broken, but the rest of it seems intact.
Should we give Tripp a proper burial? At least his body, since we know his soul's gone elsewhere?
That would probably be good.
I think that'd be best, but maybe we should wait a little bit just until Burn cools down. He knew him best.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Could we just leave him here? I mean, is that okay?
Armir speaks up. Well, I can speak with the director here, but we can have his body prepared, and we could find a place, whether here or elsewhere, to have him buried.
It's better than putting him back in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I would say so, yes. Do you know if he had any family that might want to know?
For what we know, his family not alive, but his body did ask us to take care of a woman named Copper, so maybe Copper is family?
You guys do remember him speaking with Fern about his potential wife being in the afterlife, and asked that if you were in Whitbell to see if she was alive.
His wife? Oh, he doesn't know if she's dead or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know if she's alive or not.
And I don't know that Trip ever told any of us specifically about Copper. Yeah.
Right.
The only one who would know is maybe Fern.
Well, shit.
Well,
Should we maybe like send a letter out to the place that he asked for if we were traveling by to see if there's a person named Copper still there?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I can also look in the records. Well, I can also have a friend of mine look at the records for citizens. He said Whitbell, correct? When
Yes.
he was talking. Okay. I will go see to that. See if I can find the Copper. Do you know his last name?
That's not something he was willingly sharing.
Okay, that's fine. It just might have eased the search, but I can try and find. Do you know
she had
anything else
copper
about her?
hair. Yeah, she had copper hair because
Okay.
I know that Trip turned into her that one time when we were back in
He turned into
Diacrete. Yeah. He called himself Copper.
Oh, I forgot about that. Good point, good point.
Arnmir kind of sits up and kind of wipes himself, and just as he's passing by Mealy, just puts a hand on her shoulder and just for a moment, and then walks out to go try and find this Copper person. You guys are left alone in this room, with Padak, who you briefly were introduced to, was the the apprentice to a woman named Neve that only Mealy and 47 know. He kind of just is standing at the very back wall, allowing you guys your space.
True.
Happy Hoodles.
Guess. Should we go find Fern?
I think. And Mealy starts to get up and go to find Amiria as she remembers that she's alive.
You look up and you go towards the doorway, and she's kind of just on the outskirts of the doorway, almost like she's been listening in but wanting to keep her space because she doesn't really know anyone here and wasn't necessarily close with you either.
Well, hi, Amiria. Long time no see. Were you, I think we should probably be also preparing for you to go home. Would you like to be introduced to my friends?
Sure. Yeah, I think I'd like to go home and see Mom and Dad.
It's probably a good idea. So this is 47.
Hello.
This is
I pulled you out from under the water. You were under this big witch's place, under the water, and then Annie and I were swimming down there, and then we went and found you, and then kind of carried you up, and then we almost died again. Well, I don't know that you could have died again. And then they rescued us, and now we're here.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
a little bit too much. And this is Annie.
To be fair, 47's really the one who rescued you. I was forced to turn into a werebear and kind of attack everyone, so there's that. You look a lot better than when you did underwater.
I'm not sure I feel as... Okay.
And Rhea. She has given up completely and is just face palming, like, why do you guys even speak, is what she's probably thinking to herself.
Hi, it's good to see you breathing.
Oh, okay. Hello. I'm Amiria. She just seems very awkward and kind of standoffish. And every time, I would say both Annie and Rhea, you notice kind of every time she kind of speaks, or any of you speak, she kind of just kind of nervously side eyes towards Mealy, unsure of how to present herself in this situation.
Can I do a thing? Can I just sense anything off of Amir, like with my divine sense? Anything off or weird?
Let me look at that, because I
She
forgot
was-
you had that ability.
She was dead for a while, and then was revived. So do I get any vibes?
You don't get any vibes.
So,
Just seems to be a normal soul.
Amiria, do you remember anything that happened that led to you?
I remember. Wait, is Mom okay? I don't really remember what happened at the arena. It was all so fast, and it's coming back slowly.
Mother's
You're-
fine.
Healy was an absolute icon and saved her life.
Thank you. I don't remember much else. I know I was in her den. She was talking with this woman, said that they needed a sacrifice or something.
Annie, not so quietly, tries to whisper to Mealy.
Do you think that she would know anything about your mom?
Let's not go there.
Okay.
Well, if they needed a sacrifice, and if you were quote unquote the sacrifice, and now you're alive again, does the sacrifice go through?
I don't know anything about magics. It's not what I was studying.
Hey, where'd the guys from the other temple go? Maybe they would know.
Arnmir would know. Doc, do you know?
Oh, I know very little about the arcane. I know more about clockworks and mechanics of such. But all magics are strange. If they needed a sacrifice, maybe even just a little bit of her blood could work. Though I haven't studied deep into sacrificial rituals.
I feel like it wouldn't be called a sacrifice if it was just a drop of blood, right? Like,
Wordings can be very strange and different per ritual, though depends on how long she was with this said witch.
Honestly, time's a little messed up in there, so there's no telling.
oh yeah, that's a good point.
I guess we could just wait for Arnmir to come back and ask him, but
Well, why don't we go to someplace and maybe get a meal for you, or even a drink? Maybe toast to your friend?
That sounds like a great idea.
He would want us to get drunk right now.
I don't know if we'll do all that now.
We should probably grab Fern. I don't know if he's gonna drink a lot, but
before 47 leaves though, 47 wants to go to Trip, and I know he had just like personal things, like
Mhm.
I don't know if he still has that necklace. I think he gave Fern his necklace, but I don't know if it was both. I don't know if he had more than one. Just like something personal, maybe for Copper, and then like just like sentimental things for everyone.
Okay. What you do find, you find another necklace on top of, like, below the card necklace. It's a locket. You open it up and you see what looks to be a painting of a copper-haired gnome, and then on the other side is baby's breath, like pressed flower. There's the card necklace that Fern gave him. Is there anything else that you're specifically looking for?
I'm not gonna take anything from Trip other than just like sentimental sort of thing. So like that would have been it, I guess. The necklaces probably.
Yeah,
I'm not
he
gonna
didn't
dig
seem
through
to
his
have much
pockets
else.
or anything. I just want to like, honestly, Trip.
I mean,
Trip-
but
Trip would
most
want
of
us
his
to
gear
have-
was in the bag of holding,
Yeah,
so
that's true. But the
What's
necklace
Trip
for
has,
sure.
or what Fern has right now, right?
yes.
So the necklace is saving them for one to send to Copper if we find her.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mending on the necklace that Fern broke. And I'm gonna take it over to Trip, and I'm actually gonna take the card necklace off of Trip's body and put the one that Fern was wearing on Trip's body, and take the one that Fern had back with me to give to Fern when he's in a better mindset. So that they swap necklaces.
Where are you guys going now?
Wherever Doc leads us, I think.
And just a reminder, to what Padak looked like. Kind of looks like an Indian man, large hooked nose. He has a septum ring. He wears his long hair into a bun, and then also has a red head wrap around. He looks to be at least half elvish. You weren't sure. And he does have pointed ears, and he wears kind of simple robes, white robes with gold and red accents on them. But
as they're walking, 47 wants to go to Doc. So, how's Mom?
Oh, she's okay. She did get a little ill. But all the clerics are working on it.
Wait, Mom's sick?
Well, she's okay. She has many clerics attending to her. She's fine. She's still able to work. It's just she's been getting a bit of a migraines.
Oh. Okay. As long as they're
She's
working
okay.
on her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of clerics there. How are you guys? Besides what just occurred.
That's a loaded question.
I suppose it is. Never mind that then.
It's been a long journey. I think it's definitely time for something to eat. The toast that we spoke of.
Well, then let's go to, there's a place that I know of. Yeah. And he kind of just silently kind of guides you guys to, what looks to be an inn. Has, almost more like a cafe than a tavern type of thing on the underside. He grabs you all guys something to eat besides 47, because 47 cannot eat or drink. Yeah, and then kind of just sits you guys at a small round table.
47 will get a drink, though, just for the purpose of cheersing, and then, yeah.
You guys are sat around this table, filling your bellies with what the doc has provided you with. Do from there.
We're gonna find Fern. We were wanting to
Did we
find
find him along the way?
Yeah, we were wanting to find Fern before we went and did it.
Okay. I will say one of you make a perception check.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hey, boy.
I must percepti the boy. 13 plus 4, 17.
You see no sign of him. He seems to have quickly gotten out of there. Yeah.
Can we locate object on him? Wait, no, shoot. You dropped the necklace.
He had already said we had given everyone a token of Alara, though.
Yeah. Can we
But-
locate object with that?
We are also by a temple of Alara,
that's
so
a good point. That's a lot of them.
Like,
unless we carved MBM into each of them. I think we give Fern, if we can't find him, give him some space. I don't think you would just take off without, okay, I do think you might take off, but I don't think you would take off at least until we give Trip a proper burial.
Oh,
Okay, well, he knows wherever he goes, we're gonna find him.
no. Can you just message him?
Oh, that's a good point.
Really?
I suppose.
Well, he did look like he needed some space. I would perhaps give it to him.
Kind of agree with that.
I think let's give him.
Maybe later on tonight, if he hasn't shown back up, then you give him a message.
But Doc, I got a question.
Yes.
We've had a lot of death going on here. possibly have a third death to look into.
Oh.
You know how to find someone who might be dead.
I do not have those capabilities. I'm more of an artificer. I work with clockwork. I'm not a cleric of the temple.
Okay, separate thing. If you're an artificer, if would 47, what did you have done to you when you were staying at that place?
You had things upgraded without Neve?
Yeah, she said I should.
Well, let me take a look at them, make sure they're done properly. Maybe later tonight, and I could maybe upgrade some more things if you'd like.
I was gonna say I got some god ore a while back that I'm not gonna use. So if you want to use it to upgrade 47.
Yeah, that could be very helpful.
Kind of a perception check on Padak.
What are you wanting to do with the perception check?
to see if he's being like if he has altruistic intentions.
Okay,
or
then that would be an insight check.
Okay, yeah.
I trust this man blindly.
Because like that just didn't seem right to me. Insight is a +4.
47
50
would know though, just general. I mean, like 47 would know him, or is this not someone 47 recalls?
This is someone that you know very well.
That's what I
he
was
was
thinking.
the
Okay,
other
yeah.
person working on you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I rolled a
So-
19.
Okay, yeah. He seems to have no ulterior motive. Seems to just be trying to be helpful in the moment.
I'm gonna give 47 my god ore. Just a big ball of steel.
How did you procure that? That's one of the rarest materials in the world.
We killed some yetis.
Yetis had this?
They had a
How-
lot of
They're
stuff.
okay.
They had killed a lot of people and took their stuff, so we took the stuff that they took.
Wow. Well, I don't know how much you know about that, but that is the ore that the god Moradin left upon Eramel during the time of repose. It's quite powerful. 47 could definitely use that for upgrades.
That's kind of cool. Got a god in me?
It's not necessarily like that. I suppose it's a piece of Moradin, something he left, maybe like his seed. Kind of how
But Doc,
That's gonna have a seed in it.
I'm gonna ask you to think about what you're saying before you say it now.
Oh,
That is my
well-
child. Hold
Well,
on.
what did I say?
It was the wording.
Oh, well, I apologize. I've been kind of secluded for a bit. I'm currently working on more, trying to get more sentient automatons like your friend 47, your Nivar.
Wait,
47
We're
has
close.
siblings?
wait.
Well, we're trying. With 47 successes, it's brought quite a bit to the temple, and we think that they could be very helpful in protecting the sanctum.
Wait, but just so let Neve know, you can't use the name 48 though.
Okay,
That's
I'll
taken.
let her know.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I won't. I will inform her as soon as possible. But anyway, like I was saying, Morden left the Godsteel on Eramel, just like how Leora left the Alvatane tree.
Oh.
Each of the greater deities did so.
Well, it's gonna be used for something good then.
Yes.
47's been kicking ass and also taking names.
I've been taking names?
Yeah, like that guy that you told us you met in the woods that one time. The orc dude?
Daylord! He's my
Daylord.
friend Daylord.
Okay, I've missed quite a lot since
Wait,
I've last
does
spoken
this
to
mean
them.
if like we somehow theoretically got our hands on a piece of the Alvatine tree, then like we could have part of Leora with us?
I suppose, but you would also be imprisoned. That is a sacred tree.
Yeah, like trees have leaves that they like.
But-
Oh,
The Alvatane tree does not wilt. It stays forever.
or like branches that like the wind blows off.
I'm not sure you're understanding how powerful and basically indestructible the tree is.
That's what I'm made out
That's hypothetical. That's okay. That's okay.
You're made out of that tree?
of. Not that one.
You're made of a completely different tree that only grows at the sanctum.
Well, no, I know, not that tree, but I'm made out of like a pretty, like, famous, like, tree, you know?
Similar tree, yeah, it's a very similar tree. Though it's more. Anyway, what was I saying?
Believe it or not, 50% of our chaos is not at this table.
Are you sure?
Amelia's like
Unfortunately.
already halfway through the glass she had for a toast. Like she doesn't want to talk about thievery anymore.
Okay, well, I'll be glad to meet your friend Fern. I'm still getting used to the names. I was only briefly introduced when you were talking with Miria. Raya, correct?
Yes.
Anik?
Hey, Annie.
Oh, my apologies, dear. So sorry.
Okay.
Well, my name is Padak Sadum. I worked on 47, like I said previously, and the High Artificer Neve, which 47 calls Mum, sent me here with Anya to perhaps help your group in any way that I can.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, yeah, we need help, I think.
Okay, that seemed very saddened.
Well, we fought a hag, and the hag almost killed us all, and we're also fighting Gilly's mom, we think. And she's pretty
You're
bad.
fighting Lady Phelan? Why would you be fighting her?
The other one.
Who's...
That
Oh
one.
goodness! You believe that person is Millie's mother?
He's a dead ringer for her.
Better mom?
Do you know her?
I do not know that person, but I don't dare speak her name aloud in any public space.
I think we should get Millie's parents here.
At least the dad.
At least the dad. I gotta say some words to the dad. No offense, Millie.
Please,
Or
have mercy.
No, I will not explode your dad, I promise. I'm literally just... We have to figure some stuff out from him, because if he can answer questions about your mother.
we might shouldn't talk about exploding Mealy and her sister's dad in front of her sister that we just got back alive.
I'm not exploding anybody. I promise.
Oh, did Amiria come with you guys?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
She's probably got like some meal, you know.
Okay, she's okay. Then she's just
Sitting
been
on-
quiet, kind of just sipping
Like
her
awkwardly
cup.
stares and smiles at her. Just
She's not making eye contact with any of you guys.
Amelia just kind of reassuringly rubs her back.
She just nods and she continues sipping her cup. Anyway,
Doc,
Yeah, Amelia feels
You-
just as awkward.
Doc, we got some more questions.
I'm happy to help or answer your questions. What are they?
Okay, we have a few problems we're dealing with right now. Number one of us is a werebear. Number two, one of our brothers is dead, and we need to find out where he is because he might be dead, and he was also
so that's who
working
you're
for the Iron.
trying to ask. Oh goodness gracious, this
Number
keeps
three.
getting worse.
I've decided.
Oh, there's a third.
Is there a third? I'm thinking. We have to stop the Ire because she has the
she has the Twilight Reaver with the crystal in it.
yeah.
And it may or may not be correct now because apparently Amiria was the one who needed to be sacrificed. But now that she's alive, we gotta figure out if it worked or not, or if the Twilight
I don't
Reaver.
think we should be talking about this in public. We are in a very public place.
It's a hat.
She
What?
points to
47 and Mealy.
What?
It's a hat.
It's the
Yeah,
hat that we're talking about.
talking about the hat.
What hat?
Hat?
47, you called me the hat at one point. When we were talking to, what, Runus? Except Runus isn't who Runus said he was.
We should
So I
all
could use
okay.
that.
Padak, what's his sister's name?
Amiria.
Padak, Amiria, how would you guys like to meet my mom?
I feel like that's sudden.
To love
I've only
you.
just met you.
Annie's giving off a sweet face because she's like, I thought we were special for meeting her mom. She's not saying anything,
her
so.
mom-
If we
her
need to go
mom's
to a private
important.
place, if we need to go to a private place, my mom's house is a private place.
Okay. Amiria's just silently nodding along. She just wants to meet her. She just wants to see her family again.
I thought you were gonna say she wants to meet my mom, but I was gonna
No.
be like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Didn't she say she was part of the council?
She was friends with people in the council.
Yes, so she would be friends with our mother. I think it's a great idea because this place probably is giving us some funny looks.
Who's your mom, Rhea?
Oh, Thelania?
Oh.
Azubane?
Oh, I do know her. I've met her before.
Oh.
She's nice.
It's very kind. I've only met her a few times, not anything super in depth. But anytime my mom would bring me to sit in on council meetings, I would sometimes, my mom and me and her would sometimes have brunch or dinner or something.
Nice. Nice. She'll be happy to see you then. And then she knows that we are interacting with good people because she thinks that I am causing problems. Or have gotten into some problems. Okay. But also, the person that we're looking for that might be dead is my brother, which therefore makes it her son, so we have to tiptoe around it.
Alrighty, I think we're sharing a little bit too much information. We need to get going now.
Go to my mom's house.
Okay, you guys all head to your mom's house.
The base of operations.
Yeah.
You guys need to get your own.
Right. No. Well, it's the
We all
mom's
hang
house
out in my
for every-
childhood bedroom.
Yeah.
That's where we
Okay.
make all of our plans.
Cool. Love that.
Padak gets a little robe. like a little like the ones that you wear at slumber parties.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head to your mom's house. You come in. She doesn't seem to be on the first floor in the house. You can assume she's probably in the garden or elsewhere.
Have a seat.
They sit down kind of awkwardly in the den.
Got a lot of things to go over.
47. Never mind. They yells "mom" really loud, but we've already tortured your mom enough with the story, over and over again, so we don't need to bring her in
It's
for
true.
that.
Rhea said, I'm not gonna have any secrets from my mom anymore, and it was a bad decision. For her mom, at least. Okay, so dangerous stuff. One, the Ire has the Twilight Reaver, and could have used it as a sacrifice for your sister.
With the purple crystal in it.
Crystal's in it. Crystal might be corrupted.
Mind you, that we were in
Okay.
there for at least 5 months. We don't know how long she had been in there.
How's this?
Tiny.
We just tell him everything.
We tell
Yeah.
them
Okay.
everything. That's it.
Cool. You tell them everything with Amiria just sitting there in horror. I think
feel like
halfway
Mealy
through
would cover her
I
at
think
some point.
halfway through Amiria just kind of went into the kitchen, made herself some tea just to sit away from all of this.
When she does that, Annie looks at Mealy.
How well do you know your sister again? Like, are you too close, or is this like?
Not exactly. We're talking,
Well, I do
I
feel
love
like Amelia
her.
would have been like finding a way to contact your family though, because she's trying to get back, or she needs to get back. So it's like I feel like she would have stayed at the temple to like contact the family, or like I don't know how people do that stuff.
I think right now we're trying to get information out of what she can
Everyone.
remember and then
Okay.
send her back later. Because
Making
we
sure
st-
she's okay.
I'm sure the temple.
Traumatizing her. Okay.
Yeah, just letting her know everything that we've been through and that she should respect Mealy. But also, I think that the
That's a
temple is getting in,
deviation.
I don't know. The temple's probably getting in contact with your family. Or my mom talked to your mom already, I think. My mom said that you could come over for a slumber party as long as your mom says it's okay.
Okay, you tell him everything. He kind of just sits by himself, kind of for a moment, before a loud sigh. Well, that's a lot. Not what I was expecting to come into for this group. But I, I think you do need help, especially if you plan on taking down the Aya. Do you guys know where she's set up base? No one knows here, or at least I don't.
Lindsay, didn't your god tell us to go somewhere? Is that where she would set up base, or
that was
something different.
was that a separate thing? Okay, never mind.
Alara told 47 that you'd meet a friend in the gorge.
Got it.
But
cool.
47 hasn't mentioned that to anybody. Well, I think we might need to find out where she is before we go in all cocked. But
I did last session mention the gorge briefly, but it was once someone else had mentioned the gorge.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I did say, oh yeah, that's where Lara said we should go.
When Trip was saying here's where Copper is.
Yeah, it was
that was when Thelina was talking about the attack on the Aendel garrison.
Yeah, and they mentioned someone had mentioned the gorge, yeah, and I said, oh yeah, that's where Alara had told us.
Does anybody else have anything for this kind of moment, or?
Should we go find your mom, Rhea, and then try and get Mealy's dad so we can talk to him?
Maybe. I wanted to ask first I know you're not a magic person. I don't know or you're not very you're more clocks and things.
Yes.
If you would know of anyone I could talk to about possibly locating someone.
I mean, you could try Anya. He has a spell that could perhaps do that, but I'm not sure that locating your brother is of the highest priority at the moment.
Get the fuck out of my house.
No disrespect. I was just saying that if you're wanting to take down the Aya, I'm not sure if...
I'm gonna be honest right now. The Ire is number 3 on my priority list.
Well, and to be
You
fair,
guys, now what I said is insensitive. I apologize.
It's okay.
To be fair, though, her brother was working for the Ire, so we did find her brother.
Okay, where was your brother working for the Aya?
In Waysharis. Then she sent him on a mission to Diacre. Then back to
were these missions in conclusion with the attacks there?
Yes.
Well, there was a most recent attack on the Aendel garrison, by the gorge, so perhaps he would be there or close by.
Well, how long ago
And
was
that's
this
where we
attack?
need to go anyways, right? Because 47 mentioned Alara had talked to them about going there.
How long ago was the attack?
The attack was about 2 weeks ago at this moment.
Right, because Rhea, your mom mentioned that attack too.
Problem is, if he's all the way up there, and he dropped dead when the deal fell through. I don't know if that's what happened.
Then he's probably with the about 20% of the garrison that had fallen. They're still looking through bodies, trying to identify everyone.
All right. Well, we're headed that way anyway. Let's go do that too, and then you can help us with the Ire stuff if we're able to revive him or get any information out of his body.
Should we just tell your mom to tell Mealy's dad to meet us there?
I don't think her dad's kind of an important guy. I don't think he should be very dangerous. Close to the Ire, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we should involve them too much further. However, I do think we need to contact them let them know that Amiria is safe and see what we can find out about my biological mother.
Can you send him a message?
I would.
I mean, I can, but I think it would be better to ask for Freya's mother's help.
I could ask. I don't want to get my mom too involved in stuff, but I can go ask her.
You kind of just word vomited on her earlier, so she's kind of involved now.
I didn't actually intend to involve her. I intended to just word vomit all my stuff and then leave.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
I mean, you do keep also bringing us back here, so...
Well, it's a nice place to stay.
Wouldn't she be more mad if she wasn't helping at this point?
Yeah. Ah, God damn it, Mom. Okay. Mom! It's gonna yell Mom to see if she hears me.
When he joins in, Mom!
You yell Mom for a moment, and then you hear the back door from the garden open, and you see her kind of walking through. Oh, hello, more friends. Okay.
Yeah. You've met Padak, right?
No, I have not.
Doc, I thought you said you knew my mom.
That was Amiria.
Oh, I thought, oh, you met Amiria, right?
Oh, yes. Amiria, hello. Who is the other one? This man you've brought into a house that I... Okay.
He's from the temple.
From the temple. He made 47, our baby.
Okay, how can I help? You're calling my name?
Yeah, hi, Mom. Listen. We need to get in touch with their dad. I put my hand on both of their shoulders.
Okay. I could see if they could get, Lord Alistair here, but there's pretty much a lockdown on all the major cities.
Honestly, I think Amiria might have to stay in a temple here until we get this covered.
Well, I do know that Lady Phelan is here, because she is part of the council, but... I could maybe take Amiria to her?
Yes, please, if you don't mind. I do kind of need to go back on her tourney.
You don't want to go and see her? Okay.
I'm surprised they would let her even leave Waysharis after she died.
That's a good point.
She is a part of the council, and during the attack, there was another council member who had died, so they need all hands on deck.
Who died?
Yeah, who died?
It was the Master of Architecture, Lord something. I never talked with him, but Master of Arcane Archivist Imelda Avia was also paralyzed during the attack. She is now wheelchair bound.
Is she here?
Yeah, yes, she's here. She's slowly healing, but she's a part of the council, and they're not seeing anyone who isn't close to the council.
Well, we talked with her once before. Rhea, we might need to do a pit stop.
Oh.
She was gonna help me with the werebear thing.
Is she?
Yeah.
I mean, if we just tell everyone that we have information about the Ire, I'm pretty sure they'll let us anywhere.
I don't know about that now.
They know your group. I informed them yesterday that your group has information, but they didn't seem to want you guys to interact, like I said this morning.
Oh, yeah.
With them?
Why?
With the Ire.
Oh.
What if we say we're not gonna interact with the Ire?
Nope.
I can't stop you from doing anything. You guys are more powerful than I. I just hope that you won't, or put yourself or my daughter into danger.
We don't put your daughter into danger.
That's kind of what I was
that's
built for.
Not what I've heard. You guys
Now, to be
have
fair, they
seen
don't-
an attack on Diacree, been at the attack on the Direach Arena, and you were just fighting a hag.
To be fair, those weren't us endangering your daughter.
As much as I am newly fond of your group, Rhea, please don't let them lie to me.
To be fair, I do put myself in danger more than anything else. Well, our current plan is just to head for the gorge. There's a possibility that Lucian is over there, and we're gonna go.
All right. Just please be careful. Don't purposely harm yourselves. There was just an attack there.
Yeah, that's why we think he's there. We'll be careful, I promise. At least one of your kids is gonna be coming home.
I would hope that
Well,
both.
he like elbows her and is like, "Don't make promises you can't keep."
Right.
She nods and then kind of just goes over towards Rhea and kind of just brings her into an embrace and then just kisses the top of her head.
47, just, I can't, I'm trying to get it out, but it's really funny. 47's like, it's okay, Miss Rhea's mom. I'm about to get moored and seeded me, so it's all gonna be okay.
As she's like embracing Rhea, looks up at you. I really hope. I don't think you understand what that means.
I don't.
Say that. Who informed you of that wording?
The dog.
Oh my goodness.
That one.
Okay. Well, perhaps we watch our language and our mouths around the baby, and
That's what I
you
said.
know, that children.
47
words like
holds
no
up the
other.
god ore and is like, no, look, it's a seed.
It's not to seed, that is steal.
Same thing.
Maybe say you. Actually, that's even worse than what I was about to say. Never mind.
Insert joke about 47 being made of wood. Listen, Carolee, I literally thought that you were gonna say IS-47 come up and also join the hug.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
I thought 47 was gonna join the hug.
I was thinking about it, and then I was like, I want to find a way to reassure Rhea's mom it'll all be okay. And then I thought about more and seed.
Oh my
perfect.
god! The ultimate upgrade.
The baby's gonna have a baby.
No!
Oh, stop. No.
That's oh god!
Okay.
A robot. It's a robot.
Yep. Okay.
I do appreciate my mom calling them the baby now, though.
I'm just going to disregard that whole conversation. And she kind of looks to the rest of you. Please bring my daughter back safe. I have connections in places if you do not.
Please don't threaten my friends.
I'm your mother.
Oh, yes, I get that. There's okay. Love you.
I mean, also, bring it on, but we'll bring her back.
47, that's not what you should be saying.
But it's
We'll
true.
do our best.
Don't worry, Mom, we've got it all. 47's the defense. I'm the offense. Mealy's a healer. Fern can get in there and stab things. And Annie's the beautiful one. We've got it all covered.
She kind of just leans down towards you, Rhea, and kind of just whispers in your ear, "Do you like her?"
We don't have to talk about this now, but yes.
Yeah,
okay,
I think
let's
we
do
do
this.
because you're about to die, I think. So I would like to discuss this with you.
We'll talk about it privately. We're not good at secretly whispering.
I am perfectly fine at it. You are not.
I can message you. Message. Mom! I'm casting message so my mom and I are just staring at the floor. Like, yelling at each other in our heads. Mom, listen, it's a complicated relationship, and I don't have time to talk about it because I just.
You should make time for it because I would love to have a daughter-in-law, please.
Oh, well, I'll think about it, but also I'm carrying her best friend inside me right now, so it's a little bit weird.
What? Is this another Morden scene joke?
No, listen, it's a long explanation. But if I'm about to die, I'll say something, but if I'm not about to die, I don't know if I'll ever say anything.
I think you should say it anyways, if you are going to die.
Okay. And then I out loud say, I have Annie's best friend in me.
Jesus Christ.
Kitty has no idea what's been going on, but just shakes her head. Yeah, it's true.
Alright.
Okay,
You should get some rest, guys.
Okay. I'm gonna go take Emiria to her mother. And I'm just gonna try not to explain what just happened.
That's probably best.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Mealy just kind of waddles up over to Rhea's mom and is just like, she just whispers in her ear, like an actual whisper compared to the rest of this party.
Please, make sure it's my mother. I don't trust anything anymore.
She kind of just takes your face for a moment in that kind of like endearing mother way. I will make sure, don't you worry.
She tears up, nods in the hands, and then just goes and sits back down. I just imagine her little bottle.
Yeah, yeah. She probably wiped the tear as you were kind of going away from her, and she kind of silently gets Emiria from the kitchen and leads her out to the council to find her mother. You guys are alone now in this, and I'm going to kind of cut away and kind of just explain what Fern is doing at the moment, since Kristen is not here. Fern has found himself in the shady part of town and did a lot of drinking, and then found himself in one of those back alley fights for money. Won a few, lost a few, but eventually, during whatever night comes back to Rhea's mom's house. But in the interim, let's take a quick break here. And we will pick up after that. And welcome back. We pick up as the group has kind of explained everything to Emiria, Rhea's mom, and Padak. And then Fern was out fighting in illegal gambling fighting pits. But we will move over to the group as they are still in Rhea's mom's house. What are you guys doing?
Karaoke night, let's go. Getting out.
Well, is Padak gonna work on 47 tonight, or do we want to wait until... Or, like, Padak was gonna examine you tonight. I don't know what time of day it is right now.
At this point, it's kind of around 3 p.m.
Okay.
You can definitely start examining to make sure you guys, both he and 47, gets a full rest.
I think so, yeah.
Is there a place that I can go and examine 47? I don't want to ruin your mother's house after disrespecting you.
Okay. How much do you, like, how much room do you need?
I would prefer a room about 10 by 10 feet, or just an open space.
If we go back in her garden, would you destroy the garden?
I would try not to.
Okay, I trust you. Go ahead.
Okay. 47, if you follow me, I can begin examining you, make sure that whoever artificed on you previously did the correct job.
Sure. I
That
get
sounds
an
good.
upgrade. I get an upgrade. Like all the way out.
Is anybody following to kind of watch this happen?
Yeah. I've made
Okay,
tea
go
too.
You guys made tea and are going to watch as Padak upgrades 47. For the first time, you each see as 47 you see Padak kind of opens kind of a little screw on the back side of his back plate and takes out this little gem that's in his back, and you see 47's lights turn off and kind of just goes kind of limp.
47 was waving, knowing what was gonna happen the whole time, like, bye! And just like, yeah.
And then you see as Padak pulls out from his bag, looks to be another bag of holding, this little like wooden case. And he folds it out, and it like turns into like this really long table with a bunch of different items on it. And he kind of just begins working on 47. Has these little glasses that have like 7 different lenses on them, and kind of goes and inspects each little thing that the other artificer did. And eventually, you see as he takes out this kind of once he's like examined 47 to see where they are, you see he mumbles to himself through this entire thing, making notes on a little pad of paper, and then takes out this kind of almost like a cauldron, and then lights a fire underneath of it with like what looks to be like this arcane shard that's orange, and melts down the god steel. And then throughout that whole thing, you see as he kind of lines all of the plating that 47 has with a thin layer of the god steel. 47, would you like a buff to your AC or to your hit points?
AC for sure.
Okay. You get a +3 to your AC with the god steel. So you have a 19.
Damn. I can just imagine this whole time, like, as he's working on 47, they're just sitting over there, like, on a little table with tea, just, like, watching, but also, like, gossiping like little old ladies, and, like, maybe eating some crackers. Like,
We've got biscuits.
You guys have... this takes over a plethora of hours, kind of well into the night. Once it starts getting dark out, Padak sets up almost looks like kind of floodlights, but they have arcane gems, and he kind of presses a button on them, and it's able to shine down on 47 so that he can continue working into the night. But you guys have a plethora of time to chat amongst yourselves if you would like to.
Is Armiria with us too?
No. Rhea's mom left and brought her to Lady Phelan. But kind of towards, like, once it hit dusk, Rhea's mom came back and was taken aback by what's happening in her garden, but eventually sat down with tea and was watching with you guys.
I'm telling my mom stories about 47.
Okay.
Amelia is so into that. She's just like telling all of her like little stories back when she was at the temple.
Yeah. Is there any specific stories that you share with her, or just all of what you've interacted with?
It's probably all of what she interacted with, if I had to guess. I'm trying to think if there was one.
And how did you meet 47?
Believe it was.
And I forgot the description of the place, but it was.
Yeah, you guys were kind of. It was like this garden, almost orchard valley in between two of the mountains that have I forget the name of the trees, but they're purple trees, and they have little lights that shine on them, kind of like the Alvatane tree. And 47 was knitting.
It was super pretty there, and I saw them knitting. Of course, I had seen them in passing before, but I was way too afraid to get close. And I remembered them knitting, and I immediately just thought, I need to help. Or I want to help. Because they definitely looked like they were struggling a little bit. And honestly, when I brought up the books, we hit it off from there immediately. It was such a fun day, too.
Well, it sounds like it. I'm not sure about knitting. I haven't done it myself. But there's a woman in the market. She knits as she sells her little wares. She also, I think, she makes her own yarn as well. Maybe 47 would be interested in that.
Oh, they would love that. We should definitely stop by.
Depending on when you guys are leaving towards the gorge, maybe we could do that tomorrow?
Yes, please. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, then we'll do that tomorrow. Perhaps you could get your friend more yarn. I'm not sure. Yeah, tell me more about everything that you guys have. The fun moments, not the disastrous ones.
I'm gonna tell her about the time that we were in Leysheris for the festival, and we were standing on top of the thing, and Annie tried to turn into an animal to like bypass the rules, and we still won, but it was very funny. And then I never got my I still have the coupon for the free snack that I never used.
Annie, you can turn into animals?
Oh yeah, I can do that. I turned into a cat because they're really agile, but the proctor, whatever person, was just like, that's not allowed. And I told them that they didn't say that up front, but
It's no fun.
that's what I'm saying.
And you guys continue kind of just chatting with her and discussing things as Padak is working. He sometimes interrupts just with loud exclamations as he's figuring out different things with 47. But it's almost kind of late into the night. It's getting kind of chilly with that nighttime spring breeze when you see as kind of Fern comes from around the house and into the back garden. Mealy, you immediately notice they have, like, looks to be a fresh bruise on their face. Their knuckles are cut up. Kind of just silently walks and sits in front of you guys, watching.
Immediately, she'll get up and just start healing him without even asking any questions. Although it looks like she wants to.
He just nods, and you can hear under his breath just thank you, and doesn't say anything else.
Well, are you hungry?
I'm okay.
Hey, Rhea, I believe Fern is hungry.
Sounds like
I'm fine.
I believe so.
He reluctantly takes a little ball from you and just pockets it.
And he goes, Rhea, how many balls do you actually have?
A lot.
Okay.
I had like a whole bag full. We're like halfway through it now, though, I think.
Yeah, you guys kind of just sit there watching until 47, or Padak is done with 47, and he goes, okay. And he puts that same purple gem into his back and closes up the back plate and screws it back on, and then 47, your eyes light back up, and it's dark around you. There's a light kind of flooding down onto your face.
Burn!
He just nods.
Good morning, 47! How do you feel?
I feel...
You definitely feel a little heavier, kind of where all of the metal is.
I feel like... I don't know. Rhea, hit me with something.
What?
Hit
Are
me!
you sure?
Yeah!
I don't think I should do that.
Let's not do that right now.
But
Let's wait until everything is completely set, and let's maybe wait until the morning to do that. 47. I don't want my work to go to waste, and you have to be out for the rest of the night as well while I refinish it.
Oh, I'm not done yet?
No, I just don't want anything to fall off or stop working because I just finished you.
Okay. Well, and then Rhea can hit me in the morning, right?
Sure.
Cool. How did the other person do? My other upgrade.
Oh, they got some of the runes wrong, so I fixed that. But everything else seems to be in order.
So I still should have the.
Yeah.
Seems okay.
Seems for the most part it was working, but just embellished and fixed the runes that were in the wrong spots.
Cool. That would be really even more awesome. Thanks, Padak.
Yeah, of course. If you have any other upgrades along the way, I can always help. I always have more ideas if you want more spells. I do think Neve sent me with more spell scrolls that I could scripture into your plating.
Can you make knives come out of my fists?
I could work on that. I'd have to go procure metal to do that.
Because that old fairy tale.
Oh yeah, the one with like the wolves and the knives.
Yeah. And then there was that one guy in Diacree who kicked my butt, or was that Wayshiris? I don't remember now, but there was that one guy who kicked my butt and his fist hurt really bad.
Oh yeah, in the pit.
Yeah.
The kind of pit.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Okay, I can. Maybe in the morning I'll go procure blades that we could do that with. That's okay.
I didn't expect that to work. This is
I would have to. I'd have to.
breath.
I'd have to look at the schematics and make sure everything works along with everything. I don't know with the current plating it would work with your hands, but maybe we could make a removable hand that works with it. So you could interchange.
I
Maybe?
mean, that's
Does that
kind of cool. I mean,
It would take me a bit longer than you would hope, but
yeah, that can
I'd have to make a whole new hand.
That can happen later. Obviously. I need my hands for the gorge, so.
Yeah, please don't
Yes.
make 47's hands right now.
Well, I would be making a whole new set of hands. I'd have to go procure materials in the morning.
Hands.
You could like interchange on and be able to, I don't know. I have to write up the schematics tonight. This is getting me thinking about some other upgrades I could give you.
Like a Mr. Potato Robot.
I don't know what that is, but okay. I could work on other interchangeable parts if you like. I don't know what interchangeable parts you'd like, but I think I've gotten myself into some words again.
That
I think I'm
wasn't
good.
47. 47 wouldn't think that.
I know,
was
but
just me.
Padak is just like, oh, okay. I kind of like looks at Rhea and then just like, okay.
Me and my mom are making eye contact and going,
Prolonged eye contact.
Anyway, I'll go write up the schematics. Let me get out of your garden, Miss Dane, correct? Okay. He begins kind of disassembling all of the little things that have been put up, and he puts everything back into that small wooden case and puts it back into his bag.
I gave him a hot chocolate that I was making when he was getting near the end. I'm like, here you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If it's cold, let me know. I can heat it up for you.
I have my fire crystal here that I could do that if I need it, but I appreciate it.
Thank you for working on 47.
Well, this was what I was sent here to do, along with helping your group. And I think I need to make up for some things that I've said in the past few hours, so...
You have made up for it, so thank you. Awkward pat on the shoulder.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have, but thank you.
Well, once 47 has knife hands, then I think it might be okay.
Okay, I still don't know if that's particularly... but... Oh well, perhaps. I mean, they seem to be more experienced than they were when they left the temple, so...
47's really smart. They're doing really well for themselves.
I believe they are, and
47 looks
Millie's
shocked.
also helping along with that. Do we? What's next? Sorry, it's a bit awkward.
We're gonna go to bed.
We're going to the gorge now.
We're gonna go to bed and then we're gonna go to the gorge.
Okay, if we're going to go immediately in the morning, then I would need to go procure items now so that I can have them along the way. Oh, goodness.
Are you coming with us?
I don't think you should come with us.
That's what I was sent here to do.
Come with us?
Yes. Neve and Armia agreed that I should come with your group and help.
Not apart from me.
I thought this is what we agreed on the in the cafe. Was I mistaken?
We're going into some dangerous stuff.
Yes, and I have plenty to handle. Let me show you. And he goes out of his bag and he pulls out what looks to be like this metal sphere, and he kind of clicks a few buttons on the side and rolls it on the ground, and you see this little automaton that's like an egg shape with arms and legs and a small sword comes out and just is ready. See, I can make this, and I do have some arcane abilities, just not that of the divinity sort.
Okay, that's adorable. I love that. Okay.
I mean, if Neve sent him to help us, Neve meant that he could help us. Like, she wouldn't send someone who couldn't hold their own.
Oh, and I don't want to boast, but I was hand-selected for the creation of 47. I'm one of the first people to make a sentient automaton.
He's like my second dad.
I don't like that. I don't like that wording.
Yeah.
Think of me as a cool cousin, not a dad, please.
An uncle? Like that?
Sure. Just not the word dad, please.
Well, Doc, I think we will have time before we leave because there is a place that I'd like to show 47 that his mother had mentioned.
Okay. Yes. Then if we have time in the morning, I would like to go procure as much metal and arcane elements that I can, so that I can continue to upgrade 47 and maybe even upgrade a few of things that you guys have.
That's good. We should go see Ameldra before we leave too, if we can try and get in to see her.
And I'd like to talk to the guy who brought your sister back to life. I can't remember his name.
Armia.
Armia. I'd like to talk to your dad. I'd like to talk to 47's dad.
Well, I think I believe he said he was staying at the temple until you guys were deciding to leave. But I think that would be easy to arrange. And then Rhea's mom kind of speaks up at this moment. The council I discussed with them when I was bringing Amiria to Lady Phelan. What is it that you needed to discuss with them about? They're also trying to figure out the Aya's location and
We had to talk to her dad about the other mom situation.
Lady Alistar, or Lord Alistar, is in Weisheris, lording over his city. Lady Phelan is just here because she is part of the council.
Suppose I'll message him before I rest.
I guess I'll do that. Because everybody went quiet. Everybody was like, oh,
I want
okay.
to try to fix this real quick. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada bing.
That's been
Bada bing, bada boom.
frustrating me.
47's upgrade just means they're a little blurry.
I guess the
Blurred vision is a common side effect to upgrades.
You need glasses now, but you're stronger.
Honestly,
I guess the first message, since I know this is probably going to take all three of them before I rest.
You also have your Pearl of Power, which gives you an additional spell.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I have four to work with. The first one, she'll say aloud, so that way the others can correct her as she goes.
Hello, Father. Hello, Father. I had a question about Rasha Operia. Is she the Ire?
And who?
Your mother. Your birth mother.
And my birth mother.
And then she'll just send that off and just start twiddling her thumbs because she's just like, gotta lay it all out there now.
It takes about a minute to hear the response, but you do hear your father's voice kind of ring through. Oh, what a loaded question. I have told you she is a criminal before.
Criminal who stole his heart.
Jesus Christ. But I don't know if she is Aya. But Drosha is your mother. That's where it ends.
She'll send another one that says,
I met a woman who looks very much like myself when at the swamp we saved Amiria.
and I'm trying to remember what she told Amelia to say.
She said to ask your father. Oh, go ahead. About things.
Yeah.
And she said the Iris sends her regards.
So she'll pretty much use enough magic to basically say all of that into at least one or two messages, however much is needed.
That one message was good.
Okay, I figured. I wasn't counting.
If she had your hair, your skin, and your eyes, then I would say that was Rasha. I don't know if she's the Aya, but I know that she was a powerful criminal. So maybe. Are you okay?
She sends her final message. The third message.
Never better. Doing great. Miria's with Mother now, so talk soon.
Okay. I'm glad you're alright, and I'm glad that Miria is okay. I have a place here for you whenever you're finished with your...
Mealy just nods even though he can't see it.
Well, maybe is all I got. He basically said that, yes, she was a criminal. A powerful one at that. But the person we met was definitely my mother. I don't know if she's the Ire.
And I'm sure, like, Padox is just, like, shaking in his boots over there, just being like, you're saying that name too much.
Padox is only just, like, very confused with what's happening. Still kind of piecing things together, but is, like, more so focused on this little... He's, like, trying to look through, like, he's, like, not really actually doing anything, but he's like, looking through his bag, doing things, trying to distance himself from this in any way he can. But yeah, you guys, is there anything you guys want to do before bed? Or
I'm gonna look through the book I got on elder evils.
okay. Make a investigation check for me.
Is a wow. Investigation?
Yes.
Let's do that. 10.
Okay, it basically just goes over the Elder War, something that you've known about. It was the fight between the 7 Elder Evils against the 6 greater deities, which you know to be Adil, Alara, Ayun, Leora, Melora, and Moradin. If you need those names again later, let me know. And they all, all of the Elder Evils were either banished killed or sent somewhere else during this war, and this war basically consisted of like 1,000-ish years. 2,000. And this was before any life on Aramel.
That's all I wanted to do.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Go to bed.
Okay. You guys go to bed, take a long rest, you wake up in the morning. For the sake of brevity, what are you guys doing in the morning? You guys just going to the market to...
Meldra.
Okay. You're going to try to talk to Meldra. Padak is going off towards the market to try to find materials, if anyone wants to go with him.
So, in the morning, 47 will patch him and just let him know that instead of knives for hands, they want to upgrade their morning star, and just so he can get the proper materials.
Okay, yes, I can do that. I don't want me to bring it so I can maybe find items that would fit perfectly in little things I could, upgrade with, or you can come with me if you'd like.
Mealy, can we go with him? I don't want to. I mean, I don't know what I do without my morning star.
Of course we can.
Is that are we going near the place where Mealy said she wanted to go with me?
I'm not sure where Millie wants to go with you, but we could make our way there as well.
It's just the art shop.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm sure it's in the market district as well. So you guys go that way. What is Rhea doing?
I'm gonna find Armir.
Okay. You basically knew that he was setting up shop at the temple, so you go back to the temple. We will go ahead and go to Rhea first. So you arrive at the temple. You kind of walk in. There's some people kind of walking around in that main hall with the mural above. Armir doesn't seem to be in sight, but you do see Solus, who is kind of like the head director here. Hello, how can I help?
Hi. I'm looking for Armir. I think he should be staying here.
Yeah. Let me go find him, and I'll bring him to you.
Thank you.
It takes about 5-10 minutes, but then he brings Armir to you. Hello. Rhea, was it correct?
Yes. Hi.
How can I help?
Can I talk to you in like a private place for a little bit?
Yes. Follow me. And he kind of takes you down the same hall that you guys went down yesterday, but to a different room. Looks to be more of kind of like a study area. Kind of shuts the door behind. What do you need to talk about?
Okay, 47's dad. This is a little bit of a...
That's not my name. Please don't call me that. I'm the
Oh.
High Guardian of the Peregrine Sanctum.
But you also created 47?
I didn't create him. Neve, the High Artificer, did, along with Padak Sadum, her apprentice. I just passed along the message that Alara sent to me, that we needed a protector build.
Cool. Forgot his actual name. I keep thinking 47's dad. I'm gonna remember this. Armir. Yes, God. 47 said it enough too that I should know it. Armir, I thank you for helping us with the other day or yesterday with bringing people back to life.
Yes, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you for trying. I know it's hard, and yeah, things happen. But we may have a third person who might also be dead. I would like to see if I could locate them, but I wasn't sure how to, and Badak kind of recommended to see if you might have any way to locate one.
Do you have an item of theirs?
Yes.
I can try a spell, but it would also be helpful if I knew what they looked like, what their name was.
I think I'll pull out. I think knowing I was coming here, I probably grabbed like the dagger I gave Fern him, and I'll give it back to him later. But I pull that out, and then I'm gonna pull out my journal and be like, okay, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I brought the one that had the recent picture that Fern took that had all of us together. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, so this is this guy. This is Lucian, Azubane, and I need to
Okay.
find him.
Okay. He kind of takes those items along with the picture and kind of focuses on it for a minute, and then kind of sits down on the ground, kind of crisscross, and begins laying out different little items. One looks to be like a moon pendant. One looks to be a symbol of Alara, and kind of draws in chalk, kind of like a small rune circle, and focuses on that. You see as the runes alight, as his eyes glaze over with like this almost slight purple sheen, and for 10 minutes you sit there and wait before he shakes out of it. It looks like this Lucian. I don't know how to put this lightly. Looks to be by the garrison. I couldn't tell, but it looked like he wasn't alive.
Okay, yeah. She kind of like wipes her eyes and turns away from him. Okay. Well, you came all this originally. We sent a tiny dragon. She starts to her voice stutters. To come find you, and you were gonna give scrolls, bring people back to life. Did you happen to have any way that if I went to find him, I could bring him back to life? I know it's not an exact magical science, but anything would help.
I think you should wait on the focus that your friend Annie brought to Alara and Leora.
Do you know about that?
I am the High Guardian of Alara's worship at the Peregrine Sanctum. I see a lot, know a lot.
Okay.
But
Separate question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
If you need to, I can always try to resurrect your friend.
Well, if we have another person in a bag when we come back, don't be surprised.
Okay. What was your question, dear?
What do you know about hag curses?
They can be quite powerful. Not that of a god's power, but still powerful. They are basically the equivalent in arcane power to a mage that has been practicing magic all their life. But they have a specific niche. They have a specific control over certain magics. There are some that come from the realm of Fae or the Nine Hells. It depends on where their origins are, but hags and witches are very powerful creatures that I would not make deals with, because they like to twist words.
And if someone did make a deal, hypothetically,
you'd have to have some sort of intervention, whether that be to agree to let them break the curse, they die, or some higher being helps you out.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. Thanks, Amir. I appreciate the help. 47's been a great help, by the way. You guys did a great job making 47. Good job.
Thank you. It was all Alara's plan. They are the protector of the champion.
Can I ask, what is the champion?
Your friend Mealy.
Oh. Yeah,
3 years ago, well, not 3. A few years ago, I was sent a dream from Alara, saying that Mealy would grow into great power, and she would later become the champion to Alara, like that of the Titan. It's ruled that now lays in Aesmir. She has great potential, and that is why we created 47.
Doing really good work. It's been hard for her lately with the family stuff, but thank you again for the sister thing.
Of course.
Will the doc is coming with us.
Yes, me and you discussed it. We believe that he would be a good asset to your group, whether or not your friend had come back into his body. Based on what I've heard about this Aya person, I believe he would be a good asset in helping you along the way.
Oh, we're gonna do our best. Okay. Thank you, bye.
He nods and hands you back all of the items. I wish you luck on this journey.
We're gonna need it.
We will go over towards the group of 3, Padak, 47, and Mealy. I think Vern kind of just stays, maybe wanders about the market district, not really doing anything, but yeah, you guys continue down to the market district. And what are you guys looking for?
First, 47 is disguised. They have their cloak on and the bag on their head.
Okay. What are you
Do you have
disguised as?
Do you have the magical hat that disguises you as things?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
It's
cool.
that I didn't know. I couldn't think of what it was called, so I call it a bag on my head.
Okay.
I'm gonna 47 is okay. 47 is gonna disguise themselves as what they think is average for a human person.
Okay.
So just walking out and then just picking somebody and then just being like, that's an average person, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you transform into what looks to be kind of just an average looking person. Elven ears, long hair, simple clothes. Yeah.
I bet it doesn't quite look right though, and it definitely
yeah. There's some things off.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it looks like a human, or an elf. But yeah. Mealy, what were you looking for?
She was just wanting to take 47 to the shop because it would just be a nice breakaway from everything that's happened and just enjoyment for them both.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check to try to find it. With the help of Rhea's mom, it probably isn't too difficult to find it.
Yeah, I gotta go to the core, and then I gotta go to investigation, and then I struggle to find the bit. I don't know what it says.
It's a double natural one.
Yeah. Everything is very fascinating right now. She's like,
it's quite busy. But eventually you kind of find your way there. It takes a lot longer. You basically have to wait until Padak is done shopping for upgrading the Morningstar. He gets a collection of different metals and gems and different items and things to help with that. But you eventually come across what looks to be like this small kind of shack almost. Doesn't have a name on it, but you see kind of on the front in kind of almost like looks like a rocking chair, this elderly human woman. And she has something in her lap, but she kind of she's pulling from it and looks like she's making yarn.
Does 47 recognize her?
You do not.
47, I think, gets really excited and runs up there and says, Sophie!
Oh, my name is not Sophie. How can I help?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were Sophie.
It's okay. How can I help, though, dear?
And at this point, you notice that in her lap looks to be like a bunny, and she's kind of like pulling the hair from it and making yarn.
First, I pictured a bunny made out of yarn that she is pulling yarn from. Anyway, I was like, what magic is this? This is the place you were bringing me, Mealy?
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd want to get more knitting stuff. Who's Sophie?
She's just someone I met at the temple once. And 47, I don't know. I think I don't really need more knitting things. I don't get very far when I knit. You know, I just kind of make a line and then take it off and then undo it and then do it again and take it off and undo it.
Okay.
Can I help you with that? I think I could teach a bit more, so you could learn how to knit properly.
I would like that, because then I could make like little. Can I make like little friends for 48?
Yes, you could knit all the things you want. You could knit a blanket. You could knit a sweater. You could knit even little stuffies for 48. That is.
It's a stuffy. Yeah. I would like to make more little things.
Okay, yeah. Do you have your knitting needles and yarn with you?
Of course.
Hey,
And as always, they're on 47's belt, like a knife, but they're not.
Okay. If you like just to sit down, I can teach you. I have to put little Rupert away. Oh,
and she kind of sits up.
Can I hold
Yes.
Rupert while you show me?
Sets him down on your lap and kind of just snuggles in. And you can hear like the little nose sniffing.
Oh my god. 47 in heaven.
And she out of the basket that's next to her pulls out her own knitting needles and yarn.
Okay. Well, you knit a chain, and then I'll teach you how to go from there. Okay?
Okay. 47 does that.
Okay. And when you get to that point, okay. And she kind of like leans her, kind of moves her rocking chair to where that you're kind of like facing the same direction, so she can teach you directly how to do it.
Okay. So the first thing you do, I have this little song that has always helped me. So, take the yarn. You stab it through the other yarn. So the first little chain there, and then you strangle the one, and then you throw it off the cliff, and then you start all over again. And it's usually a great way to work. It's a little song that you can repeat in your head, so you can continue knitting each chain in each line.
So you stab?
Yeah, you stab through. So right there with the first chain that's on the closest end to the needle,
Okay.
you stab him, and then on that same needle that you just stabbed through with, you strangle him.
Strangle.
get where I'm going?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
strangle.
Yeah,
Okay.
you strangle him, and then you rip out his guts by pulling the needle through on that one that you just strangled him with, and then you
Okay.
throw it off the cliff.
So
you
rip-
throw it off of the needle.
Yeah, rip
Yeah.
the guts.
Rip out his guts,
Okay.
and then throw him off the cliff.
And throw it. Okay. So stab, strangle, rip the guts, and throw it off the cliff.
And then throw him off the cliff. Yes. Yeah. Why don't you try?
Okay. 47 tries.
Just roll d20.
It's an 18.
You do that, and you get the rhythm, and you keep singing that, like, keep singing the tune in, and before you know it, you've knitted a second chain.
Mealy!
I'm so proud of you.
She looks kind of like she's trying to get her excitement going, so she kind of doesn't show concern as to the fact that she's pretty sure she doesn't know anybody by the name of Sophie at the temple. She's pretty sure.
I'm glad that the little song helped you. Maybe try a bit more, and I'll knit along with you.
We do that.
You
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not.
you guys
Yeah,
kinda
we
just
do
knit,
that. Yeah.
and then until you've knitted a whole square.
How do I take it off and not ruin it now? Because that's all I know how to do.
Yeah, and she quickly teaches you how to do that with just by doing it on the one needle.
With violent
and
methods.
with violent methods.
Because that seems to work for 47, obviously.
100%. They know about the yeah.
I straight up learned knitting this way with that song. So
Lila messaged me, I think, a long ass time ago, sending me
a
this
long
TikTok
time ago,
saying it was gonna end up in the campaign somehow, and I immediately knew that's where this was going.
Yep.
I love it.
I was thinking I literally saw this TikTok, and I was just thinking what was happening. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So
anyway, you learn how to cast it off, and you've made a whole square.
And yeah, I have a bunch of knitting patterns that I have inside my house. I could lend you some if you'd like, and you could learn how to knit off of those and make sweaters and little stuff. Yeah, if you follow the pattern, I'm sure your friend, I think your friend here can help you learn how to read it, and you quickly, you'll be able to knit blankets, and eventually, I do think I have some stuffy ones, patterns in there that you could use.
I would like that very much. Mealy, I made you a bookmark.
Thank you. She just pulls out one of her books and shoves it in there.
Like, kind of like crooked on the side.
Yeah, just
and it's also used with the same yarn that 47 always does. So like at the beginning, it's very frayed,
kind of
but
brown.
it's
very overworked yarn.
I'm gonna go put together a little basket for you, so you can have more yarn and more colors and more ideas and things. And she kind of slowly gets up. Oh, can I get Rupert back in his cage real quick as well?
Yeah, that's fine. I like him a lot, though.
Maybe next time. Maybe once Rupert and his little girlfriend they get babies, maybe I can give you one and you can learn how to make your own yarn.
Looks like we'll have to come back.
Babies?
Yes, his little girlfriend Spice is currently pregnant with a little litter. So yes, I'll be having a whole new fresh of yarn bunnies for you. If you want one, when you come back through.
I would very much like a yarn bunny.
Yes, of course, and then I can see your progress from there and give you even more patterns and things.
Thank you so much. I didn't catch your name. What is your name?
Oh, my name is V.
How do you spell that?
V-E-E.
Okay. Thank you, V, so much.
Yeah, of course.
And she kind of picks up Rupert and kind of slowly waddles her way into the shack, and takes about 5 minutes before she comes back out with a little kind of like bag of different assorted yarns, knitting needles of different gauges, and a few patterns.
Here you go, dearie. I hope this helps.
47 is hype.
I'll make sure to keep one of the bunnies for you when you come back through.
Thank you so much, V. I would absolutely love that if I don't die.
Okay, dearie, that's a thing. Well, it's great to meet you, 47, and I'll see you when you come back through.
Thank you, V, so much.
Yeah, and this woman is like 5 feet tall at the most, and just like looking up.
Precious.
You now know how to knit basic patterns and things like that. Let's go over to Annie real quick. So where you head?
To Ameldra.
Okay. Do you know where Ameldra is?
Not in this city, do I?
Nope.
So I know that she's recently paralyzed, so I check the hospital first.
You do have access to someone who just spoke with her.
Oh yeah, I asked Rhea's mom before where she currently is being.
Yeah. Basically, she tells you that she's being held in the infirmary wing at the castle. She's not taking many visitors at the moment.
I still go to try.
Okay. You go up to the castle gates, which are heavily guarded from the previous attack on the city. Are you doing anything as you get there to try to get in, or?
I walk on up and I'm like, hi, I am supposed to talk to Ameldra. I had talked to her previously in... Did I talk to her here or did I talk to her in Diacre?
You never talked to her. You talked to her in your dreamscape with the witch.
Okay. I'm here to talk to Ameldra. I have an appointment with her.
Well, she isn't really seeking any appointees at the moment. Go double check. What's your name?
My name's Annie. I have an appointment with her because I was supposed to be a part of her, studies group thing. And I just want to, can I roll a persuasion to just,
yeah. Yeah.
Persuasion, where are you? That's perception. Persuasion is a 2. 15.
Okay, we'll go ask, but she's currently in the infirmary. She's not working on any of her studies, but we'll ask.
We can try and help heal her also.
We have many clerics standing to her. It's the Skeletith poison that has paralyzed her from the attacks.
Do we have like antidote for that? Why? That's because that sounds familiar. Okay.
It's familiar because you guys were all poisoned with the Skeletith poison at the Dire Reach Arena, and then Fern was also poisoned before the sewers with the attack.
Right.
In the alleyway.
Okay.
But takes roughly, because it's a big castle that you've kind of walked up on, but it takes about 20-30 minutes before anyone comes back. I'm sorry, but she's not seeking any visitors. She says to make an appointment in the next few months when she's healed up.
But people could die.
I'm sorry, I'm just reporting back to what she and her guards have said.
Okay. She walks off around the corner. Do I have disguise self myself? That's true too. Annie goes ahead and she turns into she wild shapes.
Okay.
A giant spider.
You have access to a spider.
Okay. Oh yeah. I have my regular spider. Perfect. Yep. Let's go that one.
Okay. You transform into a spider.
Did I hear which room that she was in? Or
nope.
I know
she was in the infirmary ring. And you have no idea where that is in this castle.
Do they have signs like in regular hospitals?
It's a castle. You don't know. You haven't been in it.
Fuck. Okay. I walk on in and...
Okay. Make a stealth check for me. As you walk past the guards you just walked by in your spider form.
Yeah, but like I'm climbing around them, like around the doorway, around them. Yep, that's what I'm doing. You said stealth check?
Yes.
What is stealth?
It's dexterity.
Dexterity, perfect. Okay, so that's a +2, so that's 11, 13.
Yeah, you begin crawling over and you crawl up towards the gate, and you hear one of the guards from below say, "Oh, look at that big spider!" And his spider is like roughly that big. And one of the other guards, the one you were talking to, "Oh God, kill it! That's disgusting. Why is there a spider here now?"
Higher, faster.
Okay. They're gonna take out their crossbows and try to shoot the spider.
Shit.
What's the spider's AC?
What did you just roll?
What's the spider's AC?
A 12.
Yeah, they shoot up at the spider, it nails you, and you turn out of your spider form and drop down as Annie.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay.
He tricks, ma'am. I really don't... She's not taking visitors.
I get that, but this is like a life or death situation, so...
Okay, I will let her know, but... No, Choices, you either go back to wherever you came from, I'll let her know, or we imprison you. You decide.
Okay, fine, I'm leaving.
Okay.
She walks out.
They send someone. You notice they send a guard to follow you out.
Okay.
Eventually, where are you guys all meeting up? Back at Rhea's mom's house, I assume? Okay.
I think we meet somewhere for lunch or something.
Okay. Yeah, you guys meet somewhere for lunch. Yeah, you guys meet for lunch. You see there is a guard that's following Annie. Oh.
Oh my god, the guard got her.
The guard got Mealy.
The guard got me on
Roll to save her.
She's back.
What's up? I heard about food, and then I was just like, bet, bye.
Picking out.
Discord just killed it. So
Yeah. As you guys are meeting for lunch at whatever cafe, I assume probably the one that you guys went to yesterday. You guys have lunch. There is a guard kind of just standing, kind of looking at Annie as she enters into the cafe.
What did you do?
What? What did you do?
You!
What do you mean, what did I do?
The guard is kind of just standing, kind of sitting at one of the tables close to the door, kind of just staring Annie down, arms crossed.
And he's just paying him no mind, like, nope.
Unless you have a new admirer. I believe there's a guard staring at you. And in fact just followed you in.
I cast
Okay,
message.
we're gonna ignore him.
cast-
It's fine. It's fine.
I turn and cast
All
message
right.
on the guard, and I say, "Eyes to yourself, dude," and turn back.
You don't get a response.
That's all she does.
Okay.
So, did you stab anyone, get poisoned by anything, or steal something?
Are
Okay.
you injured?
Fine.
can
Oh,
Mealy
maybe
see if
I
she's
should
lying?
get injured. Ooh. Hey, 47, can you break my leg?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I mean,
No
I
tricks.
can break your leg.
47, can you break my
I can.
leg? Maybe not right now. Maybe wait a little bit.
What? I'm. Okay, excuse me, can I get some soup?
Yes,
fix
no,
it.
no.
Wait, we don't normally carry soup in the spring, but I can go see if the chef would make some.
Oh, right, it's spring. I'm sorry. Do you have?
Gazpacho.
Annie hands them a platinum.
Yes, please give us soup.
Oh. Yes, very well. And she takes it and goes back to the chef, and roughly 45 minutes later, you guys get soup.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your patronage. She's for
This is
soup.
what it's like having a sugar mama. I swear.
Just for soup, though. Yeah, you guys conclude lunch on a very expensive meal
Of soup.
of soup. Where are you guys headed now?
To the guard?
I think.
Uh,
Should we see if we can get?
And join us too. The doc's with us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we need Fern.
Yeah, Fern's
Yo.
there.
Fern's there. Okay.
Yeah, guys.
At this point, it's only been 2 days since we got into the city, right?
This is your third day of being in the city.
3rd day. Can I veer off real fast back to Albatrine Tree?
Yeah, easy enough to do. It's center of the city. You guys were kind of further down.
Perfect. So I go in there and I pray to Leora again.
Hey, it's me again. I know you said to wait a week, but I just wanted to kind of update you on a few things. So Alara had told 47 that we need to go to the Gorge place to go meet a friend. And also, I don't know if you already knew. I mean, I'm sure you already knew, but I just wanted to to like reiterate it just to make sure like it's all you understand it all about it. That Rhea's brother might be dead currently, and I mean I'm sure you have it all in the works still, but I just wanted to reiterate that because like that was a big part of why she had made the deal with the goddess of the fire and destruction to begin with. And yeah.
Make a religion check for me.
Ooh. Plus religion, 15.
Okay. Kind of pray that. You just see the light kind of from the roots that are hanging down from the tree. They give off a very bright glow, almost as in like an acknowledgement of the previous conversation you had, but no direct connection to Leora at this point.
Okay, thanks, bye. Hopefully we'll be safe. She skips out.
You see as Annie skips out from the Alvatane tree and meets you guys back. It's back with you guys. And you guys are heading towards the gorge.
Should we get, like, a carriage and horses? Make it easier? Mealy, I don't know if Mealy could, like, pull some connections with her family that's here to get it, because I don't know if we have enough money for it. We might have enough money for it.
I mean, I can just conjure animals. That's fine.
Are you sure it won't make you too tired?
Nah.
How far is the gorge?
That's a good question.
Let me look. You guys are here. The gorge is here.
That's far.
So pretty far.
We should get some supplies before we go, since it's kind of far, and it would definitely probably be better if we did have a carriage or something covered this time for you guys.
True. I think also you can make animals, but they only last for like an hour at a time.
I mean, yeah. But I can do it like 3 times. That's like 3 hours.
Yeah, but this is like 3 days.
Now let's look into getting a carriage and some horses.
Okay.
And then any other supplies too. Obviously, before we leave,
Supplies.
we are not going to the supply list this time.
Okay.
I also, just to kind of way to work my magic initiate feat into the story, I'm gonna look for a book on wizard spells.
Okay.
For a find familiar.
Easy enough to do. You find a book of different spells that have been known to be used by wizards. That's probably about 10 or a gold to get that. What other supplies are you guys looking for, just for sake of brevity?
Oh, I pick up Fern's armor chainmail thing that I had.
Okay.
made for her.
Yes. You pick up
And then
the
probably
elven chain. Okay. Okay. You pick up his elven chain. That was complete. What other supplies are you guys looking for?
Rations.
Okay.
More balls.
I've got a lot of balls. Actually, we might be good on rations because I still have rations and balls and all the balls. And the balls cover us for a full day.
Fern kind of just speaks up, said that it took him and Trip a month to get through the gorge.
Through the gorge? Oh yeah, we gotta take the side of it. All right.
We need more balls then.
Let's get rations to put in the bag of holding.
Fern, did you ever, how do I say this not so insensitively? Do you actually know what Trip kept in our bag of holding?
No.
Should we look to see what's in it just to be able to know what we have working with?
You can. He just seems very kind of not kind of all there. He's kind of just like in his own head and kind of just very short with you guys.
You will see a weapon in there, and that's mine. Don't drag it out while we're here, though.
Oh yeah, that's the one you stole?
Shut up,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, the one she stole.
Shut up!
Okay, okay.
47 wants to go to like find like a general store, but like potions and
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'll say easy enough.
scrolls.
You guys are able to find 5 regular potions of healing. Those are 50 gold each, so that would be 250 gold or 25 platinum. If anyone wants to get all 5, or you guys can get however many.
1 each.
1 each, 50 gold each. We could do that.
I
Okay.
hope I can. I haven't even edited my gold or anything, so.
How much are like spell scrolls?
Depends on what spells you're looking at.
I don't know. Whatever's available. I don't know what exists.
Okay. You go to like a magic shop that sells spell scrolls.
And like I was thinking even like specialty potions if they have them, like you know what I mean?
Is there a specific potion you're looking for, or?
I think if like any spells to like or like potions, I don't know, maybe to kind of help get out of sticky situations if we're in one.
Okay. There that you can get an expeditious retreat spell, spell scroll. That would be 85 gold to procure that.
What is? I'm gonna look at what it is. Okay.
Maybe we should see how much a horse and wagon is first before we spend all of our money, and then we don't have enough for a horse and wagon.
Okay.
Well, you knew based on what you spent in Diacree that the horse and wagon that you guys bought was around 300 gold.
Do we want Do we want one with a top this time? I mean, it's not snowing. It might rain though.
Yeah, because it's the springtime.
Do we have my
Very
pelt,
much.
or is the pelt?
You left your owlbear pelt with the horses
I
in
did.
Waysharis.
Yes.
Saturday.
Oh,
Well-
someone took that owlbear pelt and your horses and is just living life now off of
Good for them.
owlbear pelt money.
I mean, we stole the Albro pelt, or 47 stole that, so
I
it's only
paid
right
Yeah,
that it
from
gets
for
stolen.
Daylord.
it.
Did you
2
pay
gold!
2 gold for an Albro pelt.
47 doesn't understand money.
How much would it be for a cart with a top on it?
That would just be an additional 10 gold, so 310.
Okay.
And then plus any additional rations you get for the horses, that would be like 5 gold per ration, depending on how many horses you have, how long you think you need
5 gold per ration?
for horses.
For
And
horses?
Make I don't know.
How long is a ration?
This
for
is
one
capital
day?
city, man.
That's $300 for a ration. The 1 gold is like $300.
Yeah.
Horses are expensive, man.
Yeah, but carrots and hay? I'm okay with it, but I just wanted to know. Okay, I'll get the while they're
It's also the capital city. They could just be upcharging you. You don't know.
That
Is
is true.
there anywhere else on the way there?
I'm gonna try to persuade them
There's
to
a
come down
map.
on it.
47 can't read a map. 47 asks Rayer if there's another place on the way there.
On the way there, there's small villages and things like that. But what Fern knows is that the Andel garrison does provide rations that you can like buy, when going into the gorge and coming out of it. That's all that he knows.
Can I roll persuasion to try to persuade them to come down on the price?
On just the horses or rations?
Just the horse and carriage situation.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll.
Cha. 16 plus. Squash. I forgot my stats. Plus 8. So
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you're able to basically get rations down to 2 silver per, and the cart and horses down to 300 even.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Can we just total that so my brain understands how much? Like, cause
So it's 300 for the horses and the carriage, and then 1 silver per ration. However many rations you guys want for your horses, depending on how many horses you got.
Okay, I said we got 2 horses. I've got 30 platinum that I can just put down on this because that's 300 gold. So I'll just go ahead and spend my platinum on this. And then you guys can buy the other stuff.
the rations, yeah.
and-
So like, is that a ration per day?
Yeah, ration is a day worth of food.
Okay, and then we're
So
gonna
you
be
would need 2 rations for each horse per day,
Yeah.
or 2 rations for the horses per day.
okay.
Like 30 days times 2 would be 60 days.
I would say probably get like 90 if you could.
Okay.
So 47 just goes in their pouch and let me see, hold on, where's my and puts 200 or 150 gold in Rhea's hand and be like, I'll get the rations. However much money that is.
Okay. Take this back. So that would make 1 gold 90 days? Or 1 gold 9 days?
That would 1 gold would be so if you wanted
So 10
to get
silver
90
is 1
days.
gold.
Yeah, 10 silver is 1 gold. That would be
5 days of rations. For
yeah,
both of
5
them.
days. So God, math.
Hold on,
Wait,
calculator.
okay, hold on. So we need, let's say, we need.
I have my
6
calculator up. So we need
No.
90 silver, right?
Yeah. Which is
Divided
about...
by 10, which is 9 gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
just 9 gold would
9
carry
gold.
over your ration. Okay.
Okay, and
have
then I had the rest of the
horses.
money back to 47 that they had.
Okay.
So 47, I only took 9 out of that.
Okay, thank you.
Sake of brevity, what else are you guys getting?
We got the healing potions, we got the cart, we got the horses, we got the rations for the horses. Do we need rations for us besides the balls?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I'll say, depending on what you guys want, good rations or bad rations?
Good rations.
Good rations.
Okay, for 90 days, for all of you in total, that would probably be like 70 gold.
That's 90 days that we're
Done.
planning.
No,
Oh,
we were
'cause
just
3
planning ahead
months
for the
through
horses.
gorge.
We were planning, it's 1
Oh,
month through the gorge. We were planning ahead for the
Oh.
horses just in case.
Gotcha.
So let's
You do
do
know
like,
with just Fern and Trip it took a month, but if you guys have horses and everything, it may take a shorter amount of time for you guys
So
to
if
get
we
through.
plan a month, that's
They were on
probably fine, just in general.
Let's
and
plan a
we
month
could
for us.
restock in general. Well, for y'all.
Okay.
because-
So then I'll say it takes about 60 gold to cover all of that for good rations.
I can cover that one.
Okay. So when I was meaning like to get out of sticky situations, I meant maybe something for the whole group that 47 could have or use. Like if they realize that they're just in a pickle, like a invisible or pass without trace, or even though like Annie has it, but if we're out of spell slots, just something that can get us out of a sticky
Yeah.
situation.
Something else that's super important, Annie. We need to ask the horses their names.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So as Lila looks up the pass without trace, Google's horse names.
Yeah. Unless we want to name them.
Dang it! What was the name? Susan. Doctor Who reference.
To get something like a teleport spell would be 5,000 gold to 50,000, depending on what spell it is.
Cool.
Greater invisibility would be anywhere that would be probably about 1,200 gold to get that spell scroll.
Feel like we're not getting spell scrolls today.
Yeah.
Spell scrolls are expensive.
Yeah. No pass without trace though.
Let me look up.
Maybe we should look at like potions and stuff that have like special abilities, like potions that make you faster or stuff like that.
Pass without trace would be 500 gold.
Oh, so close. Okay. Dang.
More manageable.
Barely. I think maybe we should look at like potions like stealth potions or like health potions, stealth potions, whatever else rhymes.
We got the 5 health potions, the normal health potions.
Yes.
Do you guys look in what Trip has
Yes.
at all?
Oh yeah.
Trip has an immovable rod, a deck of illusions, a ring of protection, as well as an amulet of health.
Can we put the ring of protection on Fern?
Fern doesn't want it.
Let's wait until we have Kristen back to be able to like talk about where to put everything. But it's good to know.
Yeah, ring of protection would give you a +1 to all of your saving throws, I believe, as well as I think it gives a +1 to AC, maybe. I don't know. The immovable rod, you can click it and it becomes immovable. It takes like a 36 strength check to be able to move it. The Deck of Illusions, someone can look that up. That's basically you throw it down and an illusion pops up based on what you roll. And then the Amulet of Health gives someone a 19 in their constitution. That's what Trip had that was kind of important. You guys also find... actually, no, that would be on his body. Never mind. Yeah, that's what you guys find.
Gold?
Yeah, you guys find 110 gold pieces.
That could go for... Trip would want us to use this for our journey. It's true. Y'all are looking at me like I'm true.
No, I agree. I mean,
To keep us safe, yeah.
I'm not here to use it.
Yeah. But it's to keep us safe, like for potions and stuff.
And Padak kind of speaks up. This may be out of turn, but he also did say that should you come across his wife to take care of her, I assume he would want that to be done with his own money.
It's true. We could give some copper.
I think we should
Copper's
save.
his wife, yeah.
Should probably save all that money to give to Copper.
Yeah.
Alive.
Unless it comes to like life or death sort of thing, yeah.
If we come across a money monster that we need to throw money at,
Yeah.
we'll throw Chip's money at it.
I mean, like if we need if we're gonna die and we can throw a gold and make a thing run away, you know.
Okay.
Like a shiny thing, you throw shinies.
True. Okay. Cool.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Everything we need.
Well, with that, you guys head on to the gorge. We'll skip the traveling part along the road. But yeah, you guys, it takes about 3 days to get towards the base of the Isle mountain range. And then you guys cross a river and are kind of met with the remaining bits of the Aendale garrison. You guys approach. It's just the garrison. The garrison's like 3 miles off of the actual entrance to the gorge. But that's where we will pick up on our next session. So yeah. Thank you guys for joining into the 18th episode of this chaos campaign. And may you guys get you to beautiful friendships.